Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And it is the end of the month. This is the end of June. I can't believe the month went by so fast. So once again, it is that time to show my finished pages. Now, last month I had, shall we call it, technical difficulties, and I didn't do May for you. I did it for you, but I accidentally deleted it. So what I've done is, I can't remember all the books that I colored in May, so I can't show you everything I colored in May, but I did color in the same book, a lot of the same books that I colored in that month that I colored in this month. So if I picked up a book that I'd already colored in for May, then I put tabs on those pages. So some books I'll be showing you May and June, and some just June. So let's get right into it. Oh, wrecking my PDF there. Already got a folded corner. I just printed it out on computer paper and now it's getting trashed. Oh dear. So anyways, let's start with empties, and I have a ton of them, folks. I cannot believe how fast I was going through markers. So I'm going to do this quickly if I can. I used up a bunch of my Spectrum Noirs. Now these are all starting to run out, so I guess it shows that I have been using a lot of them about the same amount of time, so that they're all running out together at the same time. So I've got 6 of my Spectrum Noirs. Now, just let me get my trash over here, and I will excuse all the funky noises that my chair makes. Okay, then we have my alcohol markers that make yellow marks on your page. I only use these in black backed color by number books, because I don't want to not use them, because I mean I paid for them and I had quite a lot, and it has gone down considerably, so I'm glad I'm using them up. And again, there's 6 of these. My Ohuhu markers, oh, missed one, 7. My Ohuhu markers, let's see, looks like we have 8, missed another one. So the Ohuhus, I used 3, and I had replacements for all of those. I thought I'd put this in here. This was a little sticky note set that I got from, a subscription box somewhere along the ages. It's made by Green Flash. Their stationery is really good if you want to, recommendation. Their stickies stick, and they have some really nice stationery. So if you buy from a Japanese stationers, check and see if they carry Green Flash. They make washi and all sorts of stuff. So now let's get on to gel pens. I used up quite a few of these, and I am wanting to use these up. These are mainly my Ain Arts. I have stocked myself up with new gel pens, but I don't want to use them until I have used up my old ones. I am funny that way. So, a lot of them. And you can see that they are actually all kind of going at the same time, the ones that I use a lot. So lots of greens in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 gel pens. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay, permanent markers. Permanent. Okay, that's it. So I have 1 Sharpie, 3 shuttle art, make that 4 shuttle art, and 1 Bic. And 1 Crayola. Water-based markers. I have 1 Doodle Scents, which is called Silly Scents now. That's how old this marker is. And I am ordering another set of these because I absolutely love this color. It's called Breath of Fresh Air, and it is like the most gorgeous teal color. One Super Tip Crayola, 2 Maped felt tips, 2 Crayola adult markers, or what else do they call them? Fine tips, there we are. And 2 of the Pipsqueaks. So that's everything that I used up this month. And now on to the books. This one I actually just finished first thing this morning. So that's where my sheet went, my blotter sheet. So this is 50 Ocean Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova, and I did this one. Unfortunately, I did fall asleep and I made a little bit of a scribble in the middle of the page, and I thought it was turning out so well until then. But whatever. So I used alcohol markers for that. If all I use is alcohol markers, I really don't tell you what I'm using. Okay, then Color by Number Mandalas by Jade Summer. This is one of the... Do I have... Oh, no, I don't. This is one of the 10 books to finish that I am working on, and I am way behind in this one, but I'm not too worried because when I sit down, I do a bunch of pages. I'm also using my markers that turn yellow in this book, so you may see some yellowing. So I did that one. And this one I like. The only problem is with these, with all the patterns in this book, they use orange. Like everything is so orange heavy. So this one didn't have too much orange. And then came this one, which I was just absolutely thrilled because it did not have any orange at all. Then we went back to orange. Just a hint of it. And I think that's where I ended. Yeah. So I carry the sheet with me, the color palette sheet around with me. Then Rachel Mintz gave out 2 freebies from the book 130 Sugar Skulls, and I have never actually colored a sugar skull before. So I printed them out just on copy paper, you know, printer paper, normal printer paper, and I thought, well, it's got to be kind of like doing a mandala, so I randomly picked out 5 colors and I colored it, and I had fun. I had even more fun coloring the other one, which will be coming up in a while. Now I've been wanting to color in this book for a while. It's Rare and Endangered Plantimals by Ordana Planka and The Coloring Hive. So I did this one here. I'm pretty sure I used Black Widows. I think that green is the one that I like. Yeah. So this, I really enjoyed doing this. I can see myself coloring out of this book again. Of course, all I'm doing is turning to the title pages. Penguins would be fun. That's the one on the cover. I really want to do it, but I don't want to do it because it's the one on the cover. Yeah, so... Oh, it says Black Widows, and the ground and the sky were done using either Lyra Aquacolor or Gelatos. One was each. I think this was Gelatos and this was Lyra Aquacolor. Oh, I almost knocked over my markers. This is the chibi book that I'm currently working in. If you'd like to do a buddy color with me out of this book, it is Chibi Girls Volume 1 by April Amber. I'd be happy to do buddy colors with you. And this is the one that I did this month. And I did get a bit of bleed through from the previous page where I fell asleep and I left my marker like this and it bled right through onto here. And it's also on the next page. Just a teensy weensy little bit. So I just ignored it and colored the pictures if it weren't there. So I like this one, it's cute. Did I use Lyra for the background on that one too? Yes, I did. Or that actually was Gelato's. Yes, I've been using for backgrounds, I've been using water-soluble materials rather than using an alcohol marker because I don't want to waste my blues by coloring great big patches of blue sky. And I think it looks nice to use the other materials. Okay, so Party Patterns by Belba Family. This is one of my 10 books to finish. I could have finished it this month, but there are 2 July parties in the book. So I have 2 left to do this month. In July. You know, I should have left the birthday one to do in July, but I forgot and didn't. Because July is my birthday month. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with the ones I did in May. This one was for Mother's Day. This one I believe was called Barbie Party. This one was something like Candy Day or Sweets Day. And I think this one was ice cream. Don't know why the glasses are there. Sometimes I forget to put my blotter sheet in and I get marks on the next page, but I don't care. And then in June, I did this Father's Day page, which I think is so cool. The thing is like, whenever they do a Father's Day card or something that says father, my husband never belongs to any of this. Well, he wears shoes, but he doesn't wear brown ones. To work, he wears black ones, and all the rest of the time he wears sneakers. He does not wear ties. He does not have a mustache. He does not lift weights, and he does not smoke a pipe or anything else. So, and then this one, I do not know what party this one was called at all. It looks like wine bottles, doesn't it? What did they call it? Friday party. I guess on Fridays we drink wine. What's this one? Oh, I'll take the tag off. So yeah, I only did 2 in June, 4 in May, and there's two left in here. So next month that will be completed. And then I did a buddy color with my, oh, look at that. It was blurring and then going into focus. That's weird. I did a buddy color with my sister. And I did this one. This is June. So I used, I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure, actually, that these might have been the Brute Fooner 120s. Either that or the Castle Arts. But I really don't know. There's a little bit of glitter on there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Well, I can never make the glitter shine. I don't know if I need to... I don't know if you're seeing that or not. But I used a little bit of glitter gel on the ladybug wings and a metallic for the top of this light. Oh, her wings as well were glitter, and the rest of it's just done in pencil. So I really enjoyed coloring that. I like that book much more than Luna. And then every month I try to color 2 pictures out of this magazine. I skipped May because this was my next picture and I just couldn't bring myself to color it in May. But I got up the mojo to color this. There's every other page is basically one of these bird pictures, and some of them I'm not that in love with. It turned out all right. I'd rather have had a mandala though. And then we had this kind of mandala pattern page, and I used random colors for this one. I think it turned out nice. I think there's a bird next. Yeah. So this is an old issue of Flying Colors, volume 13. And I seem to be coloring a picture out of this every month. I've got one for May. I did this one. Actually, it goes like this. This one actually is probably my least favorite that I've done in the book so far. It's a little bit too abstract with the colors, though they seem to go together well looking on camera, and there is a car right there if you didn't notice it. And then last month I did this one, and this is the first pattern that I've done in this book. It does have a few patterns and mandalas, but I'm just going in order and putting a black Sharpie border around them. I have one of those great big chunky monkey Sharpies, so I use that. Did I use alcohol marker on here? Yeah, well, yeah. The red and orange were not working very well. They were drying out. That's why it looks so splotchy. But those are fun. I really enjoy those. And then every month, Lisa at Coloring My Way and we do 2 mandalas out of Flying Colors Volume 21. And I will start with my May 2 pictures. These are all using random colors. I picked out 4 alcohol markers and 1 gel pen for this one. And then this one, same thing, except I used 4 permanent markers and 1 gel pen. So I did hear what... No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. I put them in order that I wanted them, and I did them this way. And then I took my 5 pencils, and for the second one, I worked them this way. So I was doing them so I did them this way to start with, and then the second one I used them backwards. And they both really look similar. Then for June, I did this one. I did the same thing as I did for the other. I did not like this mandala. It has way too much white space, and there's no way I was going to fill that all in. Maybe I should have, I don't know. And then this one I preferred much better. This, I smudged the gel all over the place. It was a really juicy one. Yep, random colors. I was really lucky to get the pinks and purples, and, well, orange is a bit glary, but it fits in there, and then the turquoise really makes it pop. So, what do we have next month? Oh, a single mandala. That's good. No fancy stuff. And I haven't even looked. Ooh, one of the ones with corners. So that shall be interesting. And then the next book that I have here is Flowers and Whimsy by C.L. Aldridge. I have been doing buddy colors in this with Michelle's box. Is it boxes or box? I don't know, I wrote it down somewhere here. I think she's Michelle's Boxes of Hues, and she's on Instagram. So for May, we did this one, and I used Prismacolors. And this is the first time I've ever used pencil for a mandala, and I think it turned out really, really nice. So I was very pleased with that. And then for June's, I decided to use alcohol markers this time. Oh, no I didn't. Oh, I know what I did. Yeah, that's right. I did this in watercolor. I have a set of markers that I don't use, that I don't like them. And they're like, they've never been used, so I didn't want to throw them away. I thought, well, why don't I just, rub them on the surface and use them as watercolors to see how that turns out. And it turned out a really nice pastel color. And then on the flowers, I used some sort of pencil to shade in the centers of the flowers. Oh no, it looks like I shaded on the leaves and the wings and everywhere. I should have maybe put some glitter on the wings. So this is a nice pretty one, and Michelle and I are going to do another one next month. So we've kind of got ourselves going in this book. The one that we're doing next month, if she agrees, I have, oh no, that's not the page. Where do I want it? Where's the section? I have suggested it to her, and that is, it's near the back here somewhere. Maybe not that far. Maybe it's more in the middle. There we go. This is the one we're going to do this month if Michelle gets back to me and saying that that's all right. I love this one. It's one of my favorites in the book. Just a nice big kind of like flower mandala, and then I love ladybugs. I love coloring them, and I like them in real life. The only insect that I do like. So this is my first book of C.L. Aldrich's, and I'll definitely be buying another. She hasn't made a new book in quite a few years. So I wonder what's up with that. And then I colored a picture in Botanicum. Did this one right here. This was supposed to be the buddy color with my sister, but she finished it like 2 days after we said we'd do it, and I was just barely getting to start to work on it at the last couple of days of the month. So, oh no, that's not right. Is that I hadn't gotten to it yet at some point during the month, and she said, well, can we pick a different one? So that's when we picked the one out of Flora, and I did that in a timely manner. So this has glitter on the bee's wings. There, yay, you can see it. And then otherwise it's just in pencil, and I don't know what pencils those are. Since I have a wide variety of pencils, and I am using a wide variety of pencils, I'm going to start putting down in pencil what pencils I used. So next month I can tell you. And then we have the Mythographic Paradise. I love this book. And this one's by Fabiana Attanasio. And I did this picture right here. Did this with Black Widows. And at this point, this was one of my 10 books to touch in 2021. This is the first book out of those 10 books that I've touched. All the other books, they just are not any books that I want to work in when it comes time to look through them. You know, I may have really been hyper to work in them at the beginning of the year when I chose them, but not anymore. So I am officially bailing out of the 10 books to touch in 2021 challenge. I admit defeat with having colored in only 1 out of 10. So now I can color out of any book I want that hasn't been touched. So yeah, I used, oh yeah, it said right there, Black Widows. Why do I feel like I didn't use Black Widows? Why did I? I used blending solution on the background. And I feel like I used the Brutfuner 120s on here. Well, either that or the Black Widows, like it says. Why would I have written it down wrong? I don't know. I'm really happy with that one. I think that was probably my best work during the month. And then out of Sherry Baldy's My Besties, Busy Bees, and Butterflies. That's volume 19. I did this one, and I put some glitter on her lips, and I put some glossy accents on her eyes. And she turned out to be a cutie. Decided to go do a Color Your Horde page from Chibi Animals, and I did the sloth. As soon as I saw him, I thought he's got to be pink. A little annoyed that I have a line down here, but I had to go away and then come back. Decided to do another picture out of Woodland Hygge by Debbie Densham. And I did this floral picture. I'm really pleased with how that came out. It was easy, but it was satisfying. Did another garden gnome, working in this book throughout the summer. And this time I did the gnome with the worm and the apple. He doesn't look very well, he does look a little surprised, but he doesn't look unhappy that he's found a worm. He hasn't found a worm, he's made a new friend. Look at the smile on the worm's face. Sorry, I just had a sip of my Diet Dr. Pepper. I'll be keeping that one out. Okay, so I worked in 100 Nouveau Coloriage Mystères. So this is 100 new mystery colors. I believe this was the third book that they published in this series. So I did two. I did these two because I can't not do two in this book. It's like I have to do the opposing page. And so I'm just doing them in order. Excuse me. So I did this one and I had no idea what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a map for the longest time, and then it started taking shape, and it's not very good. The blue for the background here was running out, and I was like racing to the end and trying to make it last for that whole part. And it's just kind of really sloppy. So there was a lot of teeny parts to use and teeny spaces in that one. I didn't enjoy doing that. This one, on the other hand, I really enjoyed doing. And I think it's so cute. Makes me wonder, why does he have JM on his little car there? And why does it say 1979? I'll probably keep that out because I need to work in those more. And then I colored the first picture out of the latest issue of American Wildlife Mystery Colors. This book has really, really teeny weeny spaces in it, and I used my permanent marker extra fines for this. And I don't usually use those very often, but it turned out really nice. So even though it wasn't the most fun to color, it was very rewarding. So I think I'm going to give a try to the next one next month. And then I fell in love with Sachin Sachdeva's 3x3 grid patterns. The very first time I tried to do one of these patterns, and yeah, it was this one. So anyways, I had about this little corner in here done. So technically this was a whip because I had that much done of it. The first time I tried to do this, I could not do it because of the heavy lines. It just made them all go woo, 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 and my eyes couldn't handle it. And I guess it was probably because I needed a new pair of glasses. So anyways, they don't bother my eyes at all anymore. So I was off and running. I did this one. I did this one. And I did this one. So these are a lot of fun. And I'm using water-based markers in here. I'll definitely be continuing to work in that. So I needed a new mandala book to color in, and since I did a Camellia Angel Cova one, it's the last one I finished, I decided to pick up this, I didn't pick it up, it was on my shelf. I got this one out. This is Relax in Color Mandala by Sun Life Drawing, and I started at the beginning in June. And these are randomly picked as well. I picked 4 alcohol markers and 1 gel pen. So that was a beautiful selection of colors I got there. These colors were pretty dismaying when I had them, but I think that they worked out all right, because you end up having these were actually all yellows. I think that's deep yellow. This is marigold, and that is, I don't know what that is. But you got the 3 yellows and the pink, and a bright fuchsia pink, and then I picked a pastel green glitter. So I didn't think it was going to work out, but I think in the end it didn't turn out too shabby. This one was disgusting. I got brown glitter, dark gray, and I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, and then I got those 2 pinks and a purple. Yeah, not nice. I don't like this one at all. This one was a lot more fun. I got nice bright colors. I even got a bright color there for my glitter pen. It's hard to describe what that color is. It's a shade of purple for sure, on the lighter side, but nice and bright. So yeah, I did those 4. I was quite entertained with this book. The mandalas are unique and different. Here we go. I printed this one on marker paper. So this is the other freebie that Rachel Mintz handed out last month from 130 Sugar Skulls. And I had a ton of fun. These were random colors. Again, I picked out 5 alcohol markers randomly. And that's how she turned out. I think she's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get myself a Sugar Skull book because those were fun. Anybody have a favorite Sugar Skull book? Who out there likes coloring Sugar Skulls? And then this is the current issue that I have of Coloring Heaven. We always get our issues a month behind. So I did end up coloring 2 pictures out of here. These pictures are by Matt and Dawn Davidson. So the first one I did was the first picture in the book by Dawn Davidson. I really like her pictures. So I was tempted to do another picture by her, but I thought, well, I'm going to do all her pictures and be left with all the Matt Davidsons. So I did choose to do one of his next. So this was used alcohol marker, gold metallic pen. Yep, that's it for the fancy stuff. Oh yeah, some gold metallic down here and on those. And then the Matt Davidson one, I had a hard time deciding if I wanted to do this in pencil or alcohol markers. So I went with alcohol markers because there's a lot of pattern, like these hieroglyphics and stuff on the walls, and if I'd used pencils I would have gone over that. You wouldn't have been able to see it. So I ended up using alcohol markers for the majority of it. Then I used some metallic markers for whenever I needed silver or gold. I also used the metallic markers to color in this guy. So I used a blue, a green, a gold, and a silver metallic markers. And then I used Inconic fine liners to color in the little pattern that goes up here on the wall, and there's a bit there, and then it finishes up there. So this one is Adele Auclair Discovers the Resurrection Key by Matt Davidson. So this will be staying in my cart until the next issue comes. Okay, so I've been working in Camping Black Background by Color Questopia, and in May I did that page, and I did those 2 pages, and in June I did these 2 pages. So now I'm liking how the pictures turn out. Maybe not that one so much as others, but yeah, this turned out really nice. But I am not enjoying doing these at all, and that's because this is one of the issues that they brought out when they were doing the 50 color palette. And when I'm doing color by numbers, I leave my pens on the desk in case I miss a space and I have to go back and color it. Then I know that my color is in my pile there, and I end up with like 40, like a huge pile of 40 alcohol markers on my desk when I'm coloring these, and it's just really no fun coloring like 2 things with one color and then that's it. That's all it gets used for. Like right here, this little triangle was the only thing that used 44. Why? Anybody in their right mind wouldn't have used the same color for both parts of the tent. I don't know. So I have decided I'm not going to continue doing this because I'm not having fun doing it. So that's just kind of like making myself do work when I should be having fun. So I'm not going to continue doing this one, and the chances are that I will not do any of the books with a 50 palette. I haven't bought them all, so I will refrain from buying the others. And if I do have any others, I am positive I do. I think I have. I don't know if the Christmas one I have has 50, but I do have that Fantasy Landscapes, and I think that was their first one with 50. If I'm right, I'm just thinking out loud here. So I did one in that, and I didn't like doing that either, so yeah. So I'm just going to put this aside. I don't even know if I'll keep it. I have like a million Color Questopia books, and I don't even have them all. So if I get rid of one, I will never know. So this is another 10 books to finish in 2021. And in May, I did these 2 guys. I always have to do the 2 pages. And then in June, I did these 2 guys. And I love these 2. These are adorable. I use a wide variety of water-based markers when I do these, so I can't really tell you what I used. I do use Crayola brand. I won't say Super Tips because I am using quite a variety of their pens, but they all have the same type of Super Tip on it. That's just the size of them that change. So yeah, you can basically use any watercolors in these books. Just try it out on one of the back pages to make sure it doesn't bleed through, and you're ready to go. So yeah, I love those 2. And for some reason I picked up this book again. I was just, I don't know, I was in a mood. I was like, oh, what do I want to color? Color by number, and I need something new. So I picked this up. I had already started it, and I just continued on in May. Now I'm using my markers that yellow your pages in this book. So in May, I did the horse, the tiger, the dog, and the bear. And then in June, I did the hippo. And I tried to use crayon for the back because I was starting to not want to waste my alcohol markers on big background areas. I didn't like how crayon worked though, so what I did is I started using some of the colors, the light colors that I don't use very often. So this one is called something like turquoise mint light or something like that. So this one turned out really nice, and so did this one. So then we did this one, and I did this one. So I have a feeling I will finish this. I think there's, well, I was going to say 5, but I guess there's more. Oh, is there 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, there's only 5 left, so I'll probably finish that. It's not one of my top 10, though. Now here we go. This is a 10 books to finish. And I am almost done the white section. So this was in May. I did this Thanksgiving Broken Circle. And then went on to June. And I did this Thanksgiving mandala. This Halloween Broken Circle. Thanksgiving mandala. And a Halloween Broken Circle. So yeah, I have, I think, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 3 white pages left to do, and then we're in the black section. And my goal for this book was to finish the white section before fall started, because this has 3 types of pictures in it. It has fall pictures, Thanksgiving pictures, and Halloween pictures. So I guess I'm going to start in August next year doing the fall pages, even though it's not fall. Because we have, here in Canada, we have Halloween and Thanksgiving in the same month. So they're both, Halloween comes in the middle of October here. So I don't want to be rushing trying to get all those pages done in October. So I'm going to give myself August, September, and October to work through the black pages. And for the black pages, there are only 20. There was 25 of the white pages. So yeah, really enjoying working in that book. Now this is one that I just picked off of the shelf because my party patterns is almost over. I needed a new grid book to color in, and so I went and grabbed another Belba family one, and this is one of their first. It's not their first because Passion was, but it's up there. This one is Wow Animals, and I am enjoying this so much. So these are all done in June, and I use water-based markers. Oh, the first one was June. Why does that say May? It says June here. This one. I do the backgrounds with the X method and the main objects with the, or the foreground with traditional method. I'm not a fan of the X method because I don't think you can see it very well, but just for that reason, it works well for my backgrounds. This is my favorite one to date. I just absolutely love that combination of pictures. Pictures, I mean colors. And then this was the last one I did, and this one's really pretty too. So yeah, really having a lot of fun in that one. Only 2 more books to go. So the next is Joanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder. and I colored the inside flap. On this one, I did this right here, and I did this following a tutorial from Julie's Passion for Coloring. I absolutely love her tutorials. She uses Prismas mostly, and that's what this is done in, and this is the first tutorial of hers that I've used, and I have learned a lot already. So she's working through this book, and she has about 4, I think, tutorials up, and I'm going to be working in those as we go along. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. It takes a lot of work though, like well, I mean, no, I said that wrong. It doesn't take a lot of work. It took a lot out of me, the concentration, and like, you know, it was kind of like being at school of like trying to do it right, trying to do it her way, and seeing what results I get, and I'm really pleased with them. So yeah, that's quite not like my work. That's what I can color like if I follow Julie, and maybe I will be able to color like that without her once I followed enough of her tutorials. So I was very pleased with how that turned out. And then finally, you guys have probably all been wondering when it was going to come. Where's Ivy? Where's Ivy? Here it is. Look at that. I have 61 pages. That is, I'm not going to show you 61 pages, but I've done 61 pages. That is half of the book. Half of the year is over. I am right on target. And even though this month was a real plug for me because I was a bit behind, and sometimes I just want to throw this book out the window, not across the room, out the window, I persevered, and I'm back to enjoying myself in it. But it is a lot of work completing a book like this. Oh, this one looks like it's first. No, it's not. And that isn't. Okay. Where is that sticker? Okay, these must be the May ones. Okay, so I did this one. This side right here. We're doing May. I did that one. I did this 2-page spread. I really like how this one turned out. Did this one. I didn't know what to do with this because I don't like the picture. It's a jumbled mess. It's supposed to be a bunch of bright, shiny things that the magpie has picked up. So I went with using glitter gel pens. Fill that out. And did this. You can see why I fell behind in May. A lot of double-page spreads. So I did this one, and again, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did both of these. This one I did with gel pen, glitter gel pen. It's the first mandala in the book, and it may actually be the only one in the book. Then I did this page, which I'm not too thrilled with. I was hurrying and just trying to get pages done at this point. I used glitter and non-glitter gel pens on this. Yeah, it could have been better. Then I started out June. Oh, no, these were June. Yeah, okay. So this was how I started off June. Did these pages. Now, at this point, I had to start skipping around the book to find some pages I could do so that I could get myself up to page 60. Actually, you can see I came back and did this one at the end. But, so I started skipping. This right here is my whip. It's what I am currently working on. This will be pages, just a minute, I should stick that on the front so I know where I am at. But this will be pages 62 and 63 once I get them done. So that's my one whip. Back to June. Now, I did these two, but they're also the pictures that are on the inside flaps, so I did those as well. So I did this one, and I did it the same colors as that part was out of this one. It's not the whole thing, it's just a section of it. And then this one, the inside back cover, it's a section of, and I used the same colors on there. This page was already done. I did this one here. This is one of my, I like this page a lot. And then I did these two. This was our group buddy color for the month of June. Thankfully that was an easy page. So I skipped to this page. And this is the official 60. This page right here is officially the 60th page in the book. Then I did this one. See, I'm using glitter pens now because I was trying to get my 60 pages done. It was only the 21st at that point. So I did this one. There's a page similar to this that I'd already done that I did with blue flowers. So this time I decided to use pink flowers. And there's the inky butterfly down here. And then I really went and found a little page. That was 59. But it turned out alright. And then for 60, I found the littlest page there was. So, there we go. That's a total of 61 pages colored in Inky and Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. So she's really coming along. She's starting to fall apart at this point. Which page is it? Right, I have to turn this page carefully. Right here, the page is starting to lift up a little bit. So I'm going to try and be gentle with it so that I can just glue that page back into the binding. And if that happens anywhere else, I'll do it too. But I'm going to try and be gentle with the book at this point. So there you have it. That is everything that I colored in the month of June and a bit out of May. So I hope that you enjoyed looking at my pictures with me, and I hope that you will return next time. So have a good day. Bye.